You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Ooh, boy, they are rolling. Montreal played the Carolina Hurricane at the, what's the name of the arena? ThinkPad? Lenovo Center. I knew I was close. Still on a road trip. They played Carolina tonight, and it was a great game. So let's talk about it. It was an interesting game today, and it had a lot of implications about, you know, how the rest of the season's going to go. Montreal wins tonight. They start to catch up to Buffalo and Tampa Bay. They also start to really put themselves ahead of Boston, Columbus, Ottawa, Detroit. Start thinking more about who they're going to match up with in the first round, and less about, you know, if they go on an epic losing streak, are they going to fall out of a playoff spot. But Tampa won today. Boston won today, which means that Columbus lost, so Montreal could put themselves 6 points ahead of Columbus after a win. 6 points ahead, yeah, that's you're looking like you're in pretty good shape. Tell you what's been looking in good shape is our channel. We've been doing great, guys. So many new subscribers. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Now that you're part of the community, relax, take a seat, pull up a chair, pour yourself a nice cold drink or a warm drink if you'd like. Speaking of, I didn't even have a coffee today. I have a coffee every single day. I didn't have one today. Still feeling like crud. And yeah, I just didn't feel like I was in the coffee state. That's a weird one. So let's recap this game. But first, we have to start with La Formation de Départ. And you know what? It's kind of a wild one. Nos attaquants, our forwards, we got Caufield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky. Whew, almost lost it there for a second. Newhook, Kapanen, Demidov, Bolduc, Deneau, Evans, Jakub, Jakub? What? Oh, so he's the 7th defense, right? And he must be still sick. I know how it feels, bud. Yeah, it's not a one-day cold. Anyway, Jakub, Veleno, Gallagher. No défenseur or defenseman. We got Matheson, Dobson, Goulet, Carrier, Struble, Hutson, et no gardien, our goalies, Dobes and Fowler. Dobes taking the net tonight. So running with 7 defensemen, that's interesting. Might work out well, honestly. You know, double shift Suzuki a couple times, double shift Slavkovsky a few times. Maybe give Demidov some time on the first line. You never know. Give St. Louis options. It makes their opponents guess. So we drop the puck in this one. This is the last meeting of the season for these teams. Montreal has beaten the Canes both times so far. They could sweep them if they win tonight. And Dobes having to be alert early and often. Honestly, it doesn't stop all game. He has to keep himself on a high resting level for this entire game. And, you know, if it were for me, I'd say he was the star of this game. But was he the official star of the game? We'll find out. Jakub now out there taking a shift, and he's playing on the wing? Oh, wow. So they really are playing him as a forward. This is incredible. This is very rare. It's something that the community has been asking for a long time. I said that it would never happen, but here we go. Jakub is playing in a forward role, but we're now 8 minutes into the game and the Habs haven't registered a single shot and they're taking a penalty. Yikes. This could be another one of those tough butt clencher type games for Montreal. And yeah, Carolina does produce on the power play here. Fetch makes it 1-0.
The knuckly puck kept in. Actually, Aho shot it right to Jarvis up top, scores!
Nice shot by Fetch, but Dobes, a little bit out of place here. Hard to find puck. It went top shelf, so yeah, I can't blame him too much, but hopefully the Habs can respond. Now we're 12 minutes into the game. Bolduc finally registers a shot for the Canadiens. Shortly after this, we get audio of a majestic angel singing beautifully.
Montreal trailed 5 nights ago at the Bell Center. Dobes allowed the team to find their legs, come back.
I'm glad that I wasn't the only one to pick this up. There was other individuals online that noticed that some Carolina fan was chanting along to one of their songs. And Dobes continues to look sharp. He was just excellent tonight, really. I can't say enough about Dobes. Great game. He's been doing excellently. I think he's above 900 as well, like for the season, not just in the past few games. So he's managed to get his average up. More and more analysts this season are saying that 900 is the new 915. So yeah, kudos on him. Now we see Ehlers give Goulet a nice little chop under the chin. He's going to go to the box. Montreal is going to get their hand on the power play. On the power play, Hutson with a good chance here, but can't find the trigger. Power play does need some juice. Hoping that they get a goal tonight on the power play. Otherwise, yeah, it's starting to look starting to look a little sloppy. As we're coming to an end, Dobes has to move across really quick, gets his pad on what was going to be a wraparound, but he looks stiff getting up and he looks stiff getting off the sheet. Very concerning. This reminded me, it came flooding in that, you know, there's a few important pieces on this team. And if one of them goes down, one of them topples the whole house of cards. So you're hoping that Dobes is okay. And we wait patiently to see him come back in the second period. He does come back in the second period. But even more fascinating is Arbor still playing wing here. We see him win a board battle, carries the puck up the middle, gets the puck to Veleno. They gain some zone time. This is so rare that you see a defenseman playing in a forward position. The individual that I always think of is Brent Burns, but I do have to throw some cold water on this. A lot of individuals are saying that, hey, now that Arbor is a forward, where do you see him like ending up in the lineup and who can he play with? And do you think he'll ever get a chance in the top line? Calm down, everyone. This is just poor planning by management, I'm going to say. I guess they didn't expect anybody to get hurt or have, the sniffles because they didn't have another forward to inject in the into the lineup. And they thought, hey, we could put Arbor in there. He'll probably cover 5 minutes, not much tonight. How many minutes did he get? 5 minutes and 11 seconds. Right. They probably thought, hey, if something happens to a forward, we could just put Arbor in there, play him as the seventh defense, or, if we wanted to, we could play him forward. It's better than soaking up cap space on, I don't know. When you start talking about that, it starts to not make sense to me. But maybe they are afraid of soaking up cap space on Blais. Maybe they think that they're going to have a black ace scenario in the playoffs with, I don't know, Hage, Reinbacher, I don't know. Anyway, back to the game. Montreal headed to the O-zone, but Anderson comes out, plays the puck, catches Montreal on a line change here. Dobes comes out to meet Jarvis, flashing the leather. Montreal really struggling to get shots in so far, but I believe this is their 8th or 7th, 8th, 9th shot, and it's going to tie up the game.
Yes, Jarvis is having a night. Caufield, though, some space, brings it in. Waits, drops, shot, score!
This felt like it was out of nowhere. Good vision by Hutson here. Great job by Caufield catching his tail Suzuki, and Suzuki finds his way past Anderson. 1-1. Halfway through the second period, Carolina continues to pour on the shots, but we're still tied at 1. Then Carolina is going to take a too many men call. We'll see how Montreal does on the power play this time. Caufield tries to put in one of those patented angle shots, but he can't find the space above Anderson. And then maybe their best opportunity was off the rush, not able to pound it in, but they're really not finding the cracks on the power play when they get set up. Still in the second period, Dobes continues to wow us, and then Montreal strikes again.
Throws the Florida Panthers.
That's exactly right.
Suzuki, Chipson, wrist shot, score!
Caufield makes it 2-1. This one again felt like it came out of nowhere. The puck gets turned around, Carolina breaks down in their own end. Caufield gets some time alone with the puck and finds his 46th of the year. 46 goals. Also, 90 points for Suzuki here. Carolina looking extremely strong, but making mistakes and then paying for them. Montreal is making them pay. Segues well into what happens next because Carolina takes a bad penalty right at the end of the period. Montreal gets another crack at the power play. Can they finally capitalize? They can.
0 for 2 on the power play. This would be huge. Dying seconds. Habs control Suzuki. What a stop at the bottom.
Suzuki 3-1. Wow, Carolina's sleeping here. Suzuki at the corner of the net all alone. The puck gets moved around. Couple of bangs at it. Goes in past Anderson. 3-1 Montreal. So, end of the second period. Montreal going up by 2 despite being heavily outshot by the Carolina Hurricane. And we take it over to the third period. Fast forward a little bit, more than halfway through, Carolina doubled up on shots here, but Dobes, she just keeps bailing them out. Now on the power play with a little more than 4 minutes, Carolina has not added a shot to their tally. They're getting zone time, they're putting pucks high, but Montreal's also blocking a lot of shots. They're playing excellently. Dobson has been fantastic this game. So a little bit further along, empty net now. Carolina is 6-on-5. They're pressing, but Dobes is putting up a lot of snags, a lot of great saves. Montreal playing the 6-on-5 really well, and they hang on. 3-1 in the end. Montreal takes their 5th game in a row. This is huge. This is awesome. sit at 94 points. Buffalo at 98, Tampa at 98. If the playoffs started today, they'd be facing Buffalo. I'm going to go ahead and say that Buffalo is probably their preferred matchup over Tampa Bay. I mean, when you think of Tampa Bay, there's just so many excellent pieces. And John Cooper at the helm, like it's a little scary. You kind of hope that, you know, even though Buffalo has been a powerhouse recently, that they face Buffalo and there's confidence breakdowns of just individuals not rising to the occasion. I could definitely see that happen for Buffalo. But honestly, I like Montreal's chances against both teams. If they play like they do recently, they've just been looking so dangerous offensively and digging deep defensively. I'm wiped out though, guys. I had a big day. I was sick all day and I had to look after my 1-year-old and 6-year-old and make sure that they were thriving. My son did have a play date this afternoon. That was a good little break for me. I was able to do a couple things around the house, but really I had to sit my butt down on the couch for quite a bit because like if I exert myself too much right now, I get sweating and that's just prolonging how long I'm going to be sick, right? Night off tomorrow. Wait, it is a night off tomorrow, right? And then there's a game on Tuesday and Thursday. It's like the same schedule every week until the end of the season, isn't it? Tuesday against the Lightning, Thursday against the Rangers, Saturday against the Devils, Sunday against the Devils. Yep, Tuesday Panthers. Oh, the Panthers. Thursday the Lightning again. Holy smokes. Blue Jackets on Saturday, April the 11th. That's going to be a big one. Islanders on the 12th. Man, yeah, coming down the stretch, it's there's some interesting games ahead. I kind of hope they keep winning. I hope that Buffalo keeps losing. If I had my choice, it would be Montreal-Boston, round 1. That would be an electrifying series. Suzuki, Pasternak, Swayman versus the young goaltending. I'm thinking of Caufield like clutching up big time and just scoring some real big goals. Exciting. I can't wait. I hope you're excited too. Hope you've been liking the videos. Thank you so much for all the nice comments down below. Don't forget to comment and tell me how you're doing. Just say hi, but you guys know what to do. Like the video, it helps me out with search results or something like that. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'd love to have you. And as always, I will see you down in the comments.
Ça va?